So last night, the US and Iran clashed at the Strait of Hormuz, but somehow the ceasefire still holds. So this is what both sides are saying. Let's start with the Iranians first. So the IRGC statement on clashes with US forces last night, where the Iranians said, and I quote, "Last night, the United States violated the ceasefire, and we shot down one of its MQ-9 drones and fired interceptor missiles at an F-35 fighter jet and an RQ-4 drone. We will respond decisively to continued violation of the ceasefire by the United States," right? And this was after the US attacked Iranian ships at the Strait of Hormuz. So let's see what the US had to say about the clashes last night. And hilariously, the Americans described their bombing of Iran as a self-defense bombing. As you can see, this person is making fun of the self-defense, showing the distance between the US and Iran, which is, thousands of miles away. But this is how they described it. So according to ABC News, US forces on Monday launched what US Central Command described as self-defense strikes in southern Iran. Essentially, the Americans are saying that they had to go and bomb the Iranian IRGC Navy speedboats because those speedboats were allegedly laying mines in the Strait of Hormuz. And the interesting thing is, even after the clashes, both the Iranians as well as the Americans are still adamant that all-out war has not started between the two, but skirmishes like these are still going to happen as long as they're negotiating, right? And so after the skirmishes last night, a new crisis is happening between the US and Iran. So according to Iran Observer, a prominent Iranian journalist reports that the United States is unwilling to lift the naval blockade on Iran, even if Iran were to open the Strait of Hormuz. The journalist states, and I quote, "The United States demands that Iranian ships coordinate with the US when leaving their ports," which is a ridiculous demand, and the Iranians will never accept this. But the real issue isn't between the United States and Iran, even though they're the ones at war. If the United States and Iran wanted to, they could make a deal tomorrow. That's not happening because of Israel. Because every time the US and Iran get close to making a deal, Israel goes ahead and literally blows it up by attacking Lebanon with full force. And like we all know, Iran is not going to accept any peace deal with the United States unless Israel stops attacking Lebanon as well, which Israel does not want to do, right? So as the US and Iran were getting close to a deal yesterday or today, it is being reported by Middle East Eye that Israel has been dropping white phosphorus bomb in Lebanon, which is obviously a huge war crime. So the report goes on to say Lebanese state media is reporting Israel's use of white phosphorus bombs in Sheba, southwest of Lebanon on Tuesday, so today. White phosphorus is an incendiary chemical that ignites when in contact with air and can cause severe burns in people or structure when it comes to contact with. White phosphorus is extremely dangerous and does unbelievable damage to the human body. With Israeli analyst Shail Ben Ephraim saying, and I quote, "Israel has decided on a massive escalation in Lebanon. This is partially a reaction to all the IDF soldiers lost there because Israel is getting their ass kicked in Lebanon, but also in an attempt to derail the Iran deal." And I also wanted to highlight this because it's not getting any attention, right? So Israel over the last few days and especially last night has also really ramped up its bombing of Gaza as well, while the world is looking away, obviously, at the Iran war, right? So this is journalist Sana Saeed who says, "The footage out of Gaza the last few days has been horrifying, but the footage tonight is reminiscent of what we witnessed day in and day out throughout the genocide." One friend said that tonight was the worst night they had experienced. It was the day before Eid al-Adha, and Israel, the ethno-supremacist nation, is unaliving Palestinians as it always does before Islamic holidays. And these are some of the photos, as you can see. Anyways, that's it for this video. If you liked what you saw, please subscribe and like the video.